throw me in the basement for a bit, Jason. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to go throw my shit in the stove.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope everybody is doing well. I said we had a good weekend. Got to meet a whole bunch of people there at Operation Rendezvous 3. And got to finally meet Dez and Big Matt and Devil Dog, Gary. So, yeah, we had lots and lots of good YouTubers this weekend. And we got to eat very, very well. So, like I said, good evening, everybody in the chat. Thank you for coming in today. We're going to wait for Cliff to pop back on here. So, I'll probably end up talking about garden today. Maybe a little bit of pest control and the outdoors, as I normally usually do. Like I said, we got back Monday. Like I said, we still had a lot of fun. At least we had a short drive this year. It made it a lot easier. We didn't have to pack a whole lot. And just hoping that everybody had also a great weekend, and everybody has a great weekend coming up. Like I said, my weekends are during the middle of the week. So tomorrow I got to do a lot of planting because I picked up a couple plants today for the property, which is actually good. So I happen to like fig trees and pomegranates. I managed to find those today at the our local Lowe's, and for a good price. I wanted to get a couple other plants, but it's not in the budget right now. Maybe this winter I'll be able to afford some more trees. D-Moose, how you doing? Yeah. Hope you're doing good over there, D-Moose. Hope you're having lots of fun. Yeah, so we're going to wait for Cliff to get back. He was at run to grab some stuff real quick. And when he gets back on the into the basement, I'll let him up. Yeah, I know. Easter's just a day off, so I get to do a little bit more extras this week, so which is actually really good. They wouldn't let me take Monday off. I would love to have another 4-day weekend right when I got back from vacation. And Big Matt, how you doing? Big Matt's an awesome guy, guys. Go and subscribe to his channel. Yeah, finally found a friend that's taller than I am. With that said, let's see. What else has been going on? Oh, yeah, so good news on the adventure van. It is up and running again. Whew. Thank goodness I didn't have to buy another alternator. When I went to test the alternator, it was good. Apparently, I had a terminal on the battery that was corroded just enough to stop the from charging the battery. Okay. Yeah, so we all need to get on Big Matt's case about doing a little bit more videos often, like I need to do too as well. Who knows? I don't know if I'll video planting trees. I just need to get a lawnmower soon. So hopefully later on I'll be able to run over to one of our nearest larger cities and pick up a zero turn, hopefully. Unfortunately, I do have to get that on credit, and I hate doing that. So, I'm sure you could there, Big Matt. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people. There's a lot of tree planting on YouTube, so I don't know if I'm gonna just show it. I'll show that I got the trees, and I might just just do a quick planting on them. Just not gonna dig the hole or anything else like that. Watch people watch me dig. So yeah, so I ended up getting another fig tree. So I got 3 fig trees to plant. I got 1 pomegranate I need to plant. Hey, Eddie, how you doing? I got 2 bananas that I need to plant. And one of my bananas is already sending out pups already. So excellent on that. So hopefully this year I'll be able to get quite a bit, because I know once, from what I understand, bananas they grow once, they bloom, they put the bananas, that portion of the plant dies off. However, it sends out like a rhizomes or, underground, and starts up another plant. So hopefully I can get many of those going so we can have bananas here in East Texas. So I'm going to put those in the back end of the property. So it's protected from the wind, from the north winds that we usually get here that are extremely cold in the wintertime. Okay, kitchen at least 20 minutes. Alrighty, there, Cliff. Oh no, I'm starting out with 2 banana trees, and those are the blue Avi. So we're gonna try those ones and see how well they do. And yeah, so hopefully, yeah, because it got a little bit chilly, and that was after our little tornado came through, ripped off the cover for the greenhouse, and they were exposed to the cold a few nights after that. They did survive. They did get a little bit of burnt, but they came right back. I'm real surprised how tough these new cultivars for the bananas are. Usually something like that would have just outright just killed them. And so I just found out this last December about the bananas here, that they have the new cultivars that can actually handle colder temperatures. I mean, the bananas are going to be a little bit smaller, which is fine by me. I'll be ecstatic if I just get bananas. Oh yeah, like I said, I'm happy I got to go there, Eddie. I got to meet quite a few people. Like I said, unfortunately, I have not downloaded anything yet from that. I need to. I've been trying to get other stuff done here around the house because I've been neglecting it for a few weeks. So yeah, I've been neglecting some stuff around here for about 3-4 weeks now, and now that I'm doing better, I need to get up on top of it. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad that Outdoors with Big Matt showed up. He's a cool guy.
What a nice guy.
Yeah. Him and his family are awesome. And hold on, I gotta check some messages here. And thank you for the new subscribers. I appreciate it a lot. The more subscribers I can get out there, the more stuff I can actually do. Pretty soon I will have more funding here, so I can do more stuff. So I can do. I can finally work on the house because I'll have more funding. So, which is actually quite nice.
As long as you feel good enough.
Yeah, I've been feeling good for the past 10 days actually. I'm feeling good enough. Yeah. You gotta pee now. Be right back. Alrighty. Go mark that tree.
What?
Oh, Devil Dog's gonna go pee, so I told him to go mark the tree.
Right.
Yeah. And let's see. What else has been going on? All kinds of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, we've just had horrible beginning of the year.
And the fridge died.
Oh yeah, we got home. Yeah, we got home and our refrigerator died. I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, we had better luck in 2020 than we did here in 2025. Oh, yeah, but we have no idea how old the refrigerator is. It came with the house, so we don't know how old it is. So I just said, you know what? I'm not going to bother trying to get it repaired or anything else. Just get another one. Oh yeah, like I said that was pretty fun having the little the casino night, and then staying up all night cooking brisket. That was actually quite awesome. So that was a good sweet deal. For what? Oh no, I will not buy anything large from work because I would have to get a credit card, and I will not do that. We're going to go with a little bit different route so I can pay it off even faster. Well, yeah, like I said, but I'm not going to sit around and wait for a refrigerator to show up that's a scratch and dent. Yeah, I wish we can have one for $250. That would be awesome. No, we're going to get a brand new one, make sure it's under warranty, and we're going to get the extended warranty on top of that, so that we don't have it. At least we had a smaller backup refrigerator, which was kind of nice, and a deep freezer. So always have the backups. Excuse me. Yeah. So see, I'm hoping to get a mower this year. I need to get a weed eater, and you actually need to get a gas weed eater. So yeah, I can only operate a zero turn. I cannot operate a traction pedal anymore. It just tears apart my knee. So I do have to pay a little bit extra. But I found a place where I can go. I'm going to try a new brand of mower. So I might go ahead and do a review on that. Find out how well it works. I know I'm spoiled when it comes to equipment. Real spoiled. But like I said, I can't afford the $17,000 for a mower. So, unfortunately. So I need to find a mower. Hopefully they'll have a rear discharge deck. So that would make it things a little bit easier. I'm not too crazy on side discharge, especially if it's just gonna be a deck mower for, out there in our yard. No, it's going to be a place in one of our near cities, just north west of us. I'm going to go and check out their mowers, and then I'll probably do a couple of demos, and then I'll probably purchase one that way. I'm not going to say which one yet. I'm going to go ahead and wait. I did find one that I don't have to throw a whole lot of money at. And it does have a reputable engine on it, as far as I know. No, I've thought about doing the goat thing, but I would spend so much more in fencing, it would be ridiculous. Have you seen the price of fencing here? Oh my goodness. A hog panel here is about $140 for just a 16-foot panel. And I'm going, no. Even some of the fencing, some similar to a hurricane fencing, but 100 feet is going to be like what, $100 and something, and I still got to get the T-post for it. I got to stretch it. I got to put the concrete corners in there so I can get it to wrap around there. So yeah, fencing is expensive. Now I got a makeshift fence now, but it's not stretched, unfortunately. It's just enough to keep the dog in the yard so he doesn't wander off.
At least he's not a digger.
Yeah, I know. At least he's not a digger. Yeah, he's a spoiled dog. He just runs outside, gets to the bathroom, and just comes right back inside. Let's see. Right now, with Moocher here in the house now, I have not seen a mouse in 5 weeks. I haven't seen a mouse in here in like 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So that's I won't be able to. I haven't been able to shoot any mice lately.
You
So,
blame the cat.
yeah, I'm blaming the cat, but at least the cat's doing his job. Yeah, I know. I don't know why fencing has to be so darn expensive. Yeah, don't even get the started on that fencing. Yeah, I understand. Like I said, at work, the fencing is just ridiculously in price. Other stuff that we have, no, it's cheap, but it's not something anybody wants. It just sits there. But everything that's on high demand, oh man, they drive the prices up on it. They said they even drove the price up on the wire again. It's like it just came back down. Why are you charging more now? Yeah, so I know I'm gonna have to. All right, Eddie, go ahead. I'm gonna have pretty much bite the pellet, and I'm gonna have to purchase at least 100 feet of fencing, 3-inch post, and some concrete, so I can put in some garden trellises, so I can put up in the front yard. So it'll quiet down some of the traffic. And I still got trees I got to remove. So yeah, I am getting better now. So that is absolutely a big plus. So I'm actually looking forward to that. Come on, Cliff, where you at? Yeah, I got his microphone turned on. So I'm trying to think of anything else that we got going on. Like I said, oh yeah. What else we got going on this year? Yeah, just basically just random stuff around the house. I'm trying to get done. I need to get a new weed eater because I'm sick and tired of using an electric one. No, I can unmute you. Yeah, so I'm actually looking forward. I'll probably be able to go and get that mower here in about 2 months. We'll find out. About sugar cane. Unknown. I gotta check. I know I got a window being replaced on the vehicle tomorrow. Thank goodness. That's to be the last thing. Second to the last thing I need to get done on that. And then I need to take it in and get an alignment. Probably here in about a week or so. Thank goodness I live only a couple miles from work. So I just take my sweet time.
You have to replace that window sticker before you drive it.
I already did.
In the
registration. Let's see. Partly cloudy, mostly cloudy. No rain tomorrow. So which is good. I like no rain tomorrow. That means I can get the back window replaced on the van. So what was that you need to know about the sugar cane? They're calling. I know you can go to the store. Make sure it's got at least 2 nodes. 2 nodes on there, and just lay it flat in the soil, and just barely cover it, and just keep it moist. Nice sunny location, and it will grow. Yeah. Just make sure there's at least 2 to 3 nodes on there, if at all possible. If there's 2, you're okay. You can still grow it in the summertime. In the wintertime, cut it down and cover it up with straw, and you'll be good. And believe it or not, sugarcane is pretty tough. I know it dies back in the cold where you're at, but if you just cut it down before it gets cold, and then just get at least 8 inches of straw on the top of there, and just cover it up. Get a frost blanket or a snow blanket, cover it all up, and it should be all good. It'll stay warm enough. Go get your coffee, guys. And let's see, any other questions? Hopefully I can answer for everybody or anybody. Oh, I've done sugarcane before, Colin. That's how I know. But that was back in the Phoenix area, and it grows fast. Be careful. The blades on them are sharp. The grass blades. Yeah, I'm sure they have a cold hardy. I mean, you can also use sugar beets too if you need a sugar fix. They use sugar beets for sugar. They just bleach it. I'm always laughing, I guess, at Des. She's watching Des. Anybody else have any gardening questions I can ask for them? I didn't have enough time to set up what I originally wanted to do today, so I'm going to try again next Wednesday. I want to do a live on mosquito control. Using basically a couple of products. I know some of them are a little on the pricey side. One of them is actually decently priced for what you actually get and how much that you use. The other stuff, purchasing it is on the expensive side, but it lasts a long time. I mean, it lasts a long time. Yes, Colin, it tastes the same. They just take the sugar beets out of it. They boil it just like the sugar cane. They render it and they bleach it. So all your white sugar is all bleached. Real sugar from sugar cane is actually like a brownish tannish color. I think if I have anything in that color here in front of me that it almost looks like a milk chocolate cover or color, but a little bit lighter. Yes, the sugar beets are just purple. Yeah, you can actually go on YouTube and actually find rendering sugar beets. I'm sure somebody's already done it. They're quick, they're fast. You keep them watered, a little bit of fertilizer, using organic fertilizer if all possible. I try not to use a lot of homogenized fertilizer due to the high sodium count on a lot of them, because they'll actually use a sodium base material to actually make it bond to the salts than with the fertilizer. For cooking, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I happen to like beets. They're actually quite sweet. Yes, and you actually need more sugar cane than you do need of the sugar beets. But you can chew on the sugar cane. Getting the sugar out of the sugar cane is a lot harder than getting it out of the beets, because you need one of those things that actually squeeze it and everything else to compress it to actually render the sugar out of the sugar cane. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions? Come on, bring them on. Yeah, I'm Grace. I'm not sure on the ratio on that. Or excuse me, Colin. I'm not sure on the ratio on that. Yeah, I've chewed on sugar cane before. It tastes like wood as well. Yeah, I mean, sugar cane's real easy. Sugar beets are real easy. You know, just put them in the ground and just give them water. A lot of like I said, I'm learning to leave stuff alone here, where I'm at for watering, until it actually needs it. I think the past few years, I think I've actually been watering too much in my containers. So I was out there watering every day like I was in Phoenix. And we have a high humidity here, and I think I was drowning most of my my plants. Yeah, no, it's not common. Like I said, if you put it on the south side of the house where it gets a lot of sun, you can probably actually extend your growing season with the reflective heat off the house. Yeah, it grows vertical. You take the when you go to the store, you get the sugar cane. It'll be about 10 inches long. Should get like 2 to 3 nodes out of it, and just place it in the soil sideways, lay it in the ground. Each one of those nodes will actually take root, so you get like two or three chances for it to take root, and let it go. Just make sure it gets enough water. Don't overwater it, as I'm finding out here. That's okay. My spelling sucks too. Don't worry about it. So what was that they're calling? I'm waiting for it to pop up here so I can read it on the cover here. Yeah, you pin them to the ground with an arrow, and you won't have to worry about it anymore. Oh, by the way, everybody, happy Easter if they're going to be celebrating Easter. Enjoy your day off. I know I'm going to enjoy my day off. So I got 3 days on, 1 day off, 1 day on, then 2 days off. They wouldn't let me have that Monday, which is okay. I don't mind. Yes, I know you have permission. You should get it written. You should get a written permission, like a permit, to do that, just to cover your own, CYA. Just to make sure. Oh yeah, and we planted some tomato seeds yesterday. We don't know if we're gonna be doing the trunk or treat this year. We just talked to the new ranger today that took over for Ranger Katie temporarily, and so they get a full-time ranger in that position. Yes, I know. But yeah, so our trunk or treat might not happen this year. They're actually taking that side of Martin Dice Jr., and they're actually going to be upgrading the location. So they're going to be tearing down the old buildings where they have the showers and the bathrooms, and they're putting up new ones. They're improving the roads and the campsites. So we don't know if we're going to be having a trunk or treat this year. No, it is what it is. So what we might end up doing, if we don't do that, I'll try and talk into the oh, hold on, I got a phone call. Okay, I'm back. Phone call and neighbor showing up all at the same time. Ready hour meals, pasta Alfredo sauce. Oh, okay. So he's having one of his Mountain House meals, I guess. And let's see. And where were we? Besides being interrupted by a phone call and a neighbor. So, did anybody have any questions on gardening, pest control? Those are my two main things that I do. What? So a lot of bit terrible news when I went outside to check on the my plants. Someone stole all the plants from my greenhouse. Are you serious, Cliff? Cliff, you need to tell us all about it.
Yeah, I went out there this afternoon and some fat white guy stole all my plants from my greenhouse, put them outside.
Oh, that would be you.
Got to give a little bit of a suspense on that one. Yeah, no, dude, I've been meaning to get it all out of there since last week. I just haven't had time. My poor freaking greenhouse keeps hitting, even with the door open, like hitting 110.
Oh, that's too hot for many of those plants.
Oh yeah,
The
I've almost lost some of them.
Yeah, some of the citrus will probably like that.
Oh yeah, citrus plants are loving it in there. They don't care. My pineapple was doing great inside until I transferred it outside into the pot, and now it's kind of like I'm not sure what I'm doing, but like all the outer leaves have just like turned brown, but I have like the center of there's like 15 just bright, vibrant green leaves. So my pineapple's doing fine.
Oh, okay. Well,
it just likes a more tropical environment, so I'm making sure it's fairly watered.
Yeah. Another thing that we also came across today was, we swung by the nursery at Walmart. Oh man, those plants are looking so sad. They're not watering their plants.
No, dude. I went by my Walmart today too, and like half those plants were just dead.
Yeah, or about to be dead.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all gotta water your plants.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like I ought to just throw in an application for Walmart and just be like, let me work in the garden department. Everyone else can piss off.
No, I don't know if you'd be able to do that. They would give you random times.
I'd be able to help them. I'd be able to help the people going for plants over there more than the damn people that work there.
Oh, why do you think I didn't put in for it over where I work? I want electrical. I'll take it.
It's like I'm almost positive the people that they throw in half those departments at Walmart are just like, yeah, we don't know what we're doing over here. We're just here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, sometimes I wonder about where I work too as well.
Oh.
I know a lot of the, because I know we have our senior center in our department.
Right.
We have, because I'm in electrical and plumbing. We're under one supervisor, and there's only two people that are not retired.
Oh wow.
Yeah, all of our part timers are retired. Our two full timers are retired. So yeah, we call it the Lowe's retirement senior
retirement center.
Yeah, the senior center.
That's funny.
Yeah, everybody else thinks it's funny too. I mean, we got a couple of older guys on our crew. They mean well, but I hardly ever see them. Because of that, sometimes you got a 1 or 2 hour gap between myself and the person that comes in for closing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it makes it real hard on that one person that's there. That to handle it, because my partner and I, we go home about 2:30, 3 o'clock, in the afternoon, and there's one person there by themselves for at least sometimes 2 hours, unless our lead is there. And then our lead also has to do all their administrative stuff as well. So that makes it really hard to get stuff done. And Rob on the road is back. How you doing? Need new crayons? Get the ready-to-eat crayons?
I put Rod. Sorry, that was supposed to be this. I'm Liz Dexic apparently today.
Yeah, apparently so.
I don't know what I'm typing. My brain's everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm happy because I got citrus plants.
Yeah, like I said, I'll probably, after I get off, I'll probably go dig around and see if there's any orange trees. I just took a quick glance, and I didn't dig deep into onto the pallets to see if there's any orange trees.
Yeah, so it makes it easier for us because when I get them, like I said, they come in these like metal containers with these funky cheap handles, but they're all color coded.
Yeah.
So like the lemon ones will come in like a yellow one, the orange ones will come in like an orange one. For some reason my limes came in a pink one. So I'm like freaking. Well, actually, technically all of them came in a pink one for some reason this year, but usually they color code them. So you can just grab the container and go because I already know what color they're supposed to be. But no, this year that was weird. And even they said they had the pink variegated lemons or limes. I can't remember which one it is now. But again, that one was into like a peach colored container.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I can find at least 2 oranges. I would love to get 2 oranges, and I need to get some nectarines. I might have to order the nectarines next fall, and I would love to have at least two apricots. They're offset by at least a couple of weeks, because I don't need all my apricots ready at one time. Because unfortunately, when apricots are ready, they're all ready, and they're usually ready within 10 days.
That's a short window.
It is. I mean, you see they're beautiful, and once you start seeing them go from that golden color, and they start going to that orange, then to that little bit of hue up on the top of them, all you have to do is just walk up to the tree and give it a shake every once in a while until they start falling.
Well, the thing is, though, once they fall off, though, you can put them in a cool, dark area, and they'll ripen slowly.
Yeah, no, that means they're ripe already.
Well, no, I mean, you pull them off before they start falling off the tree. And you put them in a cool, dark corner, somewhere where they're not getting sunlight, and they'll mature like normal. It's like when you buy avocados. You buy avocados from the store, but you don't eat them right away. You leave them in a bag on the counter for like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's the same thing with most fruits. You can do the same thing. You pull them off early and just let them ripen on the counter.
Well, that's what they usually do. When you get your stuff from the store, they are not ripe when they pull them off the plants, because they don't make it to market in time if they pull them ripe. They can't sell them fast, and they can't get them to location and sell them fast enough for the people to enjoy. So they'll pick them 3-4 weeks early.
Yep.
And then they'll ripen on the shelf. Yeah, but once you have it ripened on the vine, oh yeah, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah, you can't get them you literally cannot get them any fresher than walking outside, picking it off the plant, and eating it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like I said, and once I get the apricots and they start, when I start getting a little bit too many of them, I know I'm going to have to get a dehydrator, a large one.
Dehydrated apricot rings?
Yeah. Or not the rings, just on the half shell, or on the half.
Slices, wedges.
Yeah. Throw them on the dehydrator, and the problem is that takes about 4 or 5 days, because there's so much moisture in them.
Yeah, that's a long cycle.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Drops?
So if you cut them thin enough, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Long. But if you're doing like 1/4 inch thick slices, each one of those is going to take you like 6 days to dehydrate.
Yeah. Yeah, I said I also like to, Molly loves the nectarines. I'm okay with the nectarines.
Nectar spleens.
Yeah, like I said, I just need to get the orchard going.
I'm working on mine slowly.
Hmm.
I think my two nut trees are going to pretty much kick the bucket. I have not had very good luck getting those freaking nut trees from Home Depot.
Ooh. And
Lowe's ain't any better. Lowe's won't even carry them. So every time I try to go over there, they never have them. They have the standard fruit trees, and then like the weird. Every once in a while, you can get the hybrid trees that had they graft like 6 other plants onto it, so it's like
Yeah.
5 apple trees in one. But each one of them damn apple trees is like $45. I'm like, no, thank you.
yeah, like I said, they got a couple of apple trees, and then they have some pear trees. I'm surprised they got cherry in this year. I'll probably miss out on that unless I can catch the ones that are left over. They're kind of hanging on at work. I mean, we got a good person there that waters them. She's there full time, so she does pretty good. And she makes sure most of the plants are all nice and healthy. Waters, keeps an eye on them.
Hydrated.
Yeah. If there's a problem, they usually come find me and say, "Hey, what's this?" I gotta go over there and look. The funny part is, one of our ASMs, when we first got there, he didn't know about my past, and I told him, "Hey, we got problems with some of these trees with this and this and this and this and this problem," and he blew me off. So we lost a lot of trees and a lot of shrubs.
He learned his lesson quick after that.
Well, yeah, I told him we need to get these ones here separated because there was the rust that was hitting them.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. And it was the wet part of the year, so they were constantly getting wet. And it says, need to get them separated and get them dry. Get the leaves dry.
Just go by and just shake the tree.
Yeah, so I was a little bit upset, but I'm going, you know what? He probably didn't know my past at all.
Man, it'll be on him. It's on him now that all them trees got.
Oh yeah. Well, that was what when was that? That was February when that happened.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Of this year?
Of this year when stuff started showing up. I mean, right when stuff was showing up.
Bugs. That's the worst.
Yeah, and the sad part is who the supplier is too.
Hey, honey, I'm ordering chili dogs. Want one?
Sure.
I want one.
Tots or fries?
Huh?
Tots or fries?
Fries.
A drink?
I got coffee.
Okay.
Sounds like we're getting Sonics for dinner.
Nice.
Yeah, well, it's okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with Sonic.
It'd be nice if they had the jalapeno cheddar dogs. That'd be even better.
Yeah, you got to come over here to get stuff like that.
No, I have to go to Walmart, and hopefully they have it in stock. But no, we have this product. These I don't know if it's really not. It's a sausage slash bratwurst / it's kind of in between. It's called Zumos. Oh my goodness, that stuff is good. That's the little sausages they put into the what do you call it? The gumbo. Oh man, is it good?
Kind of want more pasta, but I don't know if I
Yeah.
want
So
more.
yeah, I don't know if I should poke fun at the nursery of our supplier, but I don't want to say anything bad about them. I mean, usually they got good products.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. It's not always necessarily the nursery. It's the care during transport. If they don't transport them right, then it causes problems with the trees.
No, I just don't know if it got past them. I don't know if they just blew it off and just sent them to us. I don't know. And the supplier starts with an M.
McDonald's?
No, for the trees, the plants.
Adobo sausage sounds good.
Yeah, the Monrovia.
Uh,
Usually they got always good products. It was just that one time. Should we let him up?
Depends on who him is.
Him. Dun,
Him or that him, or I thought it was the other him.
the other him. No, Don DeLuise has been gone for a while.
I'm not the other him.
So
I'm
you're
definitely
not
not
John
Week.
13 verse 6?
I'm not Captain Chaos.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, that's who the supplier I got my trees from today, and those trees are in immaculate condition.
What kind of trees did you get? Because I'm sorry, I was making.
I
coffee.
got a fig tree.
Okay, you mentioned figs.
In a 2-gallon container, and it's pretty tall.
Okay.
It's about 3.5 feet tall, and then the pomegranate is about 3 feet tall.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab something so I can answer a question that Colin previously asked earlier.
Uh,
I need a visual for it.
yeah, like I said, I mean, just immaculate, beautiful leaves on there. I think it's got one bad leaf. I think it's because it's due to mechanical damage, maybe during transport or something. But the rest of the tree actually looks really good.
How
Good
old
branches.
is it to be? if I may
Good
ask?
stock on it.
How old is the tree? You know?
How old is the tree?
Yeah. 'Cause I don't know how much they are how old they are when they transport.
Like I said, I got a good deal on them today, so I paid less than $50 for both of them today, especially at a big box store, which is kind of cool. That 10% helps a little bit, and it pays for the taxes. Like I said, it's a really good tree. It's I say it's probably propagated maybe 2 years ago.
Okay, it's a 2-year-old tree. Okay.
Yeah, well, usually they just take a cutting and then they just shove it in the ground and they propagate it that way.
Well, I understand that. I wasn't sure how old they had to be before you could actually pot them and transport them. So that's, I don't grow a lot of trees.
It's probably been potted at least 2 times,
Okay.
minimum 2, maybe 3.
I do have a picture of my potato if you guys are interested, but you guys, if you're not, that's also, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just going to hold it up to the computer because it's just easier that way. Sorry, it doesn't look like much, but look at the leaves on that thing. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Oh, that thing's tiny.
He's about that tall from here. He's from here to here tall. So about a little under a foot. Hey, Blake.
What's up, Blake?
Oh, sorry, Cliff. You didn't see it. Here it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get a good sideways view.
Tomato.
Let me go grab those
That's
2.
potato. Tomato, I just planted seeds yesterday, so I don't expect to see anything out of that one for a while.
Okay, so this is what they call nursery pots. They're these cheap plastic planters that have the little hole
I've
at the
seen
bottom.
those. They're always like wore out or broken when I find them.
Yeah, they make them a little. They're making them a little thicker now. You can actually buy these at the store for plants instead of just buying them with the plant. So you can actually purchase those separately, and they do
I
have
usually find them on the curb, but they're
large
like
ones,
shattered or something.
which are like a foot. Like they're like 14 or 16 inches wide, and usually about same depth. Those ones would work perfect for potatoes.
Okay. Ian, like I said, Ian wants to get one of those big wooden barrel things for potatoes.
If you have any breweries around your location,
There's not.
check with them because every once in a while they sell off the barrels that they can't use anymore.
The barrels that we usually have around us are the wine barrels that we have at work, and we can't afford those because those are in the $200 to $500 range. So these are the whiskey barrels that were used for wine. So
Yeah.
those things are way too expensive, and as of right now, way too heavy for me even to attempt to move.
No, you just roll them.
They're heavy as hell.
You just roll them.
We actually use a forklift to pick them up.
Well, yeah, when they're full, not when they're empty.
No, when they're empty because they're solid oak.
Yeah, all the barrels I get over here are solid oak, and I walk around with those things.
Well, I can't lift because my knee's not 100% yet, so I can't do that. I'm getting better, but I'm not there yet.
That's where I got a whole bunch of mine because, like I said, I've got a bunch of breweries around here, and they were just selling them off. So I picked up 2 of them for like $100.
Okay, we don't have a lot of breweries. I mean, we probably do have breweries here in Iowa, but I don't. There's none near me.
Ooh, apricot tree.
Ooh, that's cool. Yeah. It's sitting on the floor right now.
That's the apricot tree?
No, I wish I had a couple of apricots. This is a fig.
Oh, one of your figs. Okay.
Yeah.
How much do they run?
$80.
No, $30, $29.98
That's pretty reasonable.
for this size. Yes.
I paid that much for my freaking
And you
citrus
said that's a
plant.
2-year-old tree?
Hold on, I couldn't hear you. What is that now?
You said that's a 2-year-old tree?
A minimum at least 2.
No, that tree probably that size 3-4.
Yeah, but look at the size of that stalk, though.
Yeah, that's a good size. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's probably about 3, maybe
3/4 of
4.
an inch to an inch?
No, it's about 1 inch across. I like the way the trunk is, the way it branches. So
When
this
you
one-
go to transplant it into the ground, what's the root ball going to look like?
like that.
Plastic pot.
I don't know what I mean. I don't know. I mean, they do have a lot of fine roots. They have a lot of thick roots. I'm not sure.
They have a lot of roots.
So I've seen some.
They'll end up basically being root bound in those pots, but basically what you do is you just take like a knife, you can just take a putty knife and just vertical lines up and down around the whole base of that thing.
I got this one on sale.
Grace wanted to know if those are the ones that require wasps to pollinate them.
Yeah, most of the figs you need a wasp. And
They'll find them on their own. They know where to go.
they
But
can
I would
smell
keep
it.
that away from your house. That's for sure.
I can actually smell this fig tree even outside when I walk past it. I can smell it.
How good does it smell?
Earthy.
I actually like the figs. I've never tried raw figs, but just
the
the fig.
apricot?
But I know it's not the same. But I like
Pomegranate.
Gotcha. Hey, Belt Loop, how's it going?
it.
Hey Gary, how you doing? So yeah, so I ended up getting a pomegranate
He's hiding behind the tree.
camouflage. So I got one good stalk on there, and then I have the other bush here. I'm just gonna let it bush, do its thing, because that's pretty much what it is. Everybody thinks, oh, it's a big tree. It only gets like 10 feet tall, 10 feet in diameter.
Is that one like what Cliff's got? He's got one of those dwarf varieties, or is that a full size?
That's going to be a full size. It's going to be about 10 feet tall and about 10 feet in diameter.
So that's standard size then.
Yes. That's going
Okay,
to be
I didn't know what the standard size for figs were, so I didn't.
No, this is for the pomegranate. The figs get huge.
No. How height do they get?
Figs? Oh, you can get those 25 feet.
Yeah, I was going to
Really?
say 30,
And
40.
and even larger.
How are you going to pick the ones from the upper branches then?
The breeze?
You can let them fall then, huh?
The breeze. Yeah, the biggest fig I've ever seen was one of my first golf course I worked at. The trunk was about 4 feet in diameter,
Whoa,
and it was tall.
that's an ancient one, I would think.
Yeah, I don't think it's there anymore. But yeah, so like I said, if you do get a pomegranate tree, be careful. There are thorns in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about pomegranates, so I can't ask any
they're
questions.
delicious and nutritious.
I'm sure I've heard people talk about them. The pomegranate juice is popular apparently,
I mean,
but that's all I can tell you.
that is a good size bush here. So like I said, it's about 3 feet tall.
So you're creating your own set of woods for doing your bushcraft stuff in.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a small orchard here going.
So you're gonna like do a small food force type setup, like
Yeah. And what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably this is a Celeste fig. So
Oh, I didn't know you could do that, Cliff, about pruning the tree to make it a dwarf variety.
Yeah, that's the thing though. That's because Drops was saying you learn the difference between a dwarf and a fruit tree and a regular. But the thing is, any tree can be a dwarf tree if you trim it down and keep it that size.
and also the you also plant it too as well. If it's in a small pot, you can keep it small.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, bigger pot, bigger plant. Smaller pot,
Des.
smaller plant.
Did she just pop in?
That's just
Where did Molly get them plants at?
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to pop up here on the Streamlabs side.
Pop out your YouTube chat, you wanker. That means he'd have to get his tablet, put his tablet on. Blah, 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 blah.
No, I think my tablet finally died.
Oh no.
really, that's not good.
Yeah, I'll wait to get another one later on. But I do
What you
need
need is like a smart TV out there. You can hook it up that way.
like I said, I'll probably end up getting another tablet. Now, if we do end up purchasing another piece of property here in 2 years, then I'll put in a lot bigger orchard. Yes, and I'll let you run through it. Okay, you can't mark them,
Gotta be more squirrels for Scooter.
and I'll probably put more of the nut trees out there than anything. So yeah, but that's 2 years out in the future. So I want to save up for a big down on that one. And
So you
so-
still have an eye on that one property, or is that?
yeah, I mean, if it's available, when I can afford, to put down a big down on it. I don't want to do a minimum down. I want to do a large down on it.
Like 10% or 20%?
Probably about 20% down, and then it just knocks that monthly. Yeah,
I
it's
understand.
and I won't
For it, but I have studied it a little bit because I mean,
do a 30 year. I'll probably do a 7 or 8 year.
I can see that you could probably get it. Knowing you'd probably get it done in a third of the time,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
three quarters of the
hurry up
time.
and pay it off, and try and get the piece of property next to it. But we'll see.
So you're going to be a land baron in Texas eventually.
Oh, well, not a big land baron, just enough. No, enough to put in like a little 2-acre pond, maybe 3-acre pond.
Any trout? If you do that,
Too warm. The water gets too warm,
catfish then.
and I'm going to be planting a lot of pine trees.
What style of pine? Long needle, short needle?
No, I'll probably end up being the white pine that they use for lumber.
Okay. Well, I was thinking that because you could, which ones will be best for pine needle tea and that kind of thing.
I know I won't be old enough, to enjoy the money from it, but the kids will.
Okay,
So
that's very cool.
So that I'm planning that for the kids. That's at least what 15, 20 years.
I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be in your grandkids' time, most likely.
I don't know if I'm going to get grandkids. It'd be nice if I did.
Well, you don't know that until it happens.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened. I'm just glad I mean, I've got one, but this one here, I'm not sure about.
No. Yes. I'm just like I said. See, in daughters, 25. So 20 years, she'll be 45.
Yeah,
So-
she's got time.
The 20. When she hits about 50, she can go. Okay, come and get the trees. Plant all new ones and save it for the next generation.
Rotate them, I would think, if you're going to do that. That way you don't have too much of a draw from the same style.
Yeah.
My dad worked in sawmill and lumber, so.
Yeah, and I'll also be planting some oak trees too as well.
Well, I like oak trees. I don't like the acorns too much because I can't eat them, which really sucks.
No, the acorns, that's what you want. And you
I
want
understand that, but I can't eat them myself.
Yeah, I know. But what you do is you have your service road, and you have your oak next to your service road on your property.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you drive over the acorns, it cracks it open for the deer and makes it easier for the deer to eat.
Well, yeah, masked for the deer, and unfortunately for you, that also will draw in hogs.
Oh yeah, you're piggy.
Yeah, because they love that stuff.
Oh yeah,
Walnuts too. I'm not sure if you're planning on doing hardwoods or too many hardwoods other than oak.
yeah. I just do the. I'll probably end up doing a white oak and a red oak. Like I said, that would be way down, the family line. I'm talking 3 generations.
Hey, Cliff. Sorry, you doing your ReadyWise Alfredo? How is that? How you doing there, Dano?
You mean ready hour?
Yeah, your ready hour. Sorry.
Well, it's my
I've
last
never-
container,
never
so
had it,
it must be
but
good.
no.
Yeah.
They actually are selling that stuff at Walmart.
Yeah.
The breakfast skillet, their version of breakfast skillet.
Ozark Trail.
No, Ready Hour.
Oh, Ready Hour.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
at ours. But
Okay.
I just wondered what it looked like. I've had Alfredo, but I'm not sure what their style looks like.
So it's goddamn it, hold on. It's lasagna style noodles. So like the wrinkled noodles.
Well, I like those kind.
So
Sorry, I'm just asking questions because I've never had ready hour. So
kind of pasta it is, and then it's just basically noodles and Alfredo sauce.
that looks really
And
good.
then all I did was I just added a can of the Costco chunk chicken that comes in those little
Right.
tins. Just added the whole can to it, and there's your protein for that. You're looking at essentially 2 meals for like $5.
That's not bad. Wrinkled noodles. Never heard of those.
Yeah. I guess those are new because I've never heard of them before.
Neither have I.
Yeah, let me,
My dad always made homemade noodles growing up. So,
Those are the best kind.
oh yeah, he used to use the whole kitchen table for this. Our kitchen table was about 3 feet wide by 5 feet long.
Who?
Yeah, so it was a really, really big table.
Oh,
Homemade noodles about that
I don't
big.
see anything.
And the noodles were like that
Didn't know
wide.
you were doing DoorDash. I thought you were going to go get it.
Great for turkey noodles.
yeah, they're basically like egg noodles, I guess is what you can consider them. But
Nothing
they're
wrong with
like,
egg noodles. They're good too.
or
I've been
green
looking at
noodles.
the winter MREs and seeing about getting some of those, but I wasn't sure what you guys think of those. But that's another question I can ask her another day
He's at the
on my channel. So
driver.
I can wait.
I'm looking.
Trying to find a good image, but they don't really have much for. You can find wavy noodles.
Well, you
But
guys
yeah,
take over
those are
for a
like-
few minutes. My dinner should be here.
Okie dokie. But yeah, for anybody who's ever looked at like lasagna noodles, they've got those wrinkly edges, but they're kind of flat in the middle.
Sorry, Ready Wise. It's Ready Wise, not Ready Hour. Sorry.
Ready hour.
Ready Wise is what they have at Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart. That's Walmart. So I have the ready hour.
But I'm sorry, I got them backwards. They start with the word ready, so that's kind of why I threw them
Now,
off.
drops, you and me both. I've got containers full of pasta. I've got pasta over there, pasta behind me, pasta under me.
Probably the same thing with rice.
Yeah, I've got 25 pounds of rice right under me.
Any beans? Or just
I've got tons of beans.
what type of beans?
These ones are cow peas, or black eyed peas, or black beans.
Right.
I don't know what. I've got all kinds of beans. I've got tons of them. That's what I've been growing the last few years.
So you have Fergie beans.
I do not have corgi beans.
I said Fergie beans.
No,
Black eyed peas. Fergie beans. Yeah, I know they're not peas. They're beans, but still.
acorns aren't that hard. You just gotta soak them in water for like 24 hours.
I thought it was like 15 hours, but I just can't eat them. I just recently found out I can't even eat pine nuts, which really sucks. I was hoping that'd been a possible case I could, but nope. The same thing that I'm allergic to in regular acorns and walnuts and stuff is the same thing I'm allergic to in those. Hey, Zardos.
Zardoz, how's it going?
I still love his name. Now, I've seen I was watching, was it Dual Survival, and Cody Lodine did some of those in his sock. And leach, I guess the term is leaching the tannins out. It's also a good way of tanning hides if you have to do that too. I've always wanted to try acorn flour for making pancakes and stuff. But
yeah, you'd eat one pancake and then you'd be dead.
Pretty much.
Just like mushrooms.
Yep.
All mushrooms are edible. Some just once.
Well, some of them just once for everybody, and all of them for me just once.
Well, that's what I'm saying. All mushrooms are edible. Just sometimes they're only edible once.
Basmati rice? I'm not familiar with that one, Zardos.
So, it's almost like a jasmine rice.
I've heard of it. I don't know much about rice. I mean, like I said, I grew up eating a lot of white rice growing up because that's what we could afford, and I just lost the taste of it. Though, I will say it was not bad with milk and butter in a bowl. Sort of like a cereal, but not quite.
Oh, I forgot the name of the rice I was cutting it.
My dad liked his with beef stew. Make a pile of rice, beef stew on top. We ate a lot of that growing up too. Never got tired of beef stew though.
How do you get tired of beef stew?
I don't know, but I never did.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to get tired of it though, because
it's good.
Even if you don't eat the stuff that's in it, you still have just the broth alone is enough.
Well, I mean, the potatoes, the carrots, the beef itself, and the depending on how you made it, if you made it homemade or you bought it like Danny Moore, it was always good. But Jenny can't eat corn, so that's out for her.
Who puts corn in beef stew?
As a stew, some people put all vegetables in there, not just some.
I've never eaten beef stew with corn in it.
And then you didn't met my grandmother, have you?
Well, obviously not, because I'm pretty sure she's been feeding worms for a few thousand years.
Not really. Probably about six. Let's see. She died when I was a little kid, so probably about. I'm somewhat back 50 years. It's been 50 years since she died.
A few thousand decades.
Well, 5 decades at the very least. I was a little kid when she passed. Yeah, I said I would love to get some homemade beef stew her way. So, I mean, the beef may have not always been beef. It may have been like venison or whatever they had available, but it was stew. She called it all beef stew. Meat stew. It was a meat stew, but it was like, what I grew up eating.
Now, like I said, I would love to get a bunch of nut trees too as well. If I get those, I would love to do walnut, pecan, almond if I could.
Is it too cold for almonds there?
No,
or too wet, whatever, or dry, whatever. I'm not sure. It's something Southeast Texas. I wasn't sure.
I'm gonna see what grows here. I'm gonna try and do all that.
Almonds.
Well, when my pecan trees give me pecans, I'll send some down to you in about 15 years.
Are you guys going to try to dye use them as dyes too? I know some nuts were used for dyeing.
Walnut.
I know you can dye stuff with onions and walnuts and pecans and pistachios, especially.
It might be too wet here for pistachios.
I don't know. I can't eat any of those, so I don't know.
They came from a more of an arid location.
But remember, I was always allergic, but never deathly allergic until I got older.
Yeah.
Which really sucks.
No almonds, love hot weather, yeah.
I gotta check something.
No, I might even do some olive too. On the corner of the property away from the house. Just so we know.
What I could have gotten was a weird variety, like almond, or not almond, I just forgot where.
Olive?
Yes,
Nope.
it's a weird olive thing in the citrus over there. It was like fruit and citrus. I was like, what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I thought there might be a way to get a shot or something if I could eat nuts. Nope, not even that. The only way I can safely not be affected is don't eat them. So,
Is that what an EpiPen is for?
no, EpiPens doesn't do anything other than keep me alive, but I can't eat nuts at all. That's their best suggestion. So no way, shape, or form can I have them.
Well, you can eat them once.
Well, that's what everybody says, but the thing is, I want to live past the one time.
That's what an EpiPen is for.
That doesn't work. Those things are expensive unless you can afford EpiPens. I can't. Which is why I have to ask when people make homemade brownies and stuff, what's in it before I even get close to it. Because for some unknown reason, people like putting nuts in brownies, which makes no sense to me.
Oh, you don't like eating chunky brownies?
Because they're not.
Because I can do that once. Yeah.
I got no problems with brownies with nuts in them.
You're not allergic either.
Yeah, but
Not even those nuts there, Dano. He's talking about these nuts.
rice. I actually half thought about trying to make myself a rice patty, but then I was just like, no. That's way too much work, and I don't really feel like walking across my yard barefoot to go to the rice patty.
Yeah.
I don't think you could handle
Good Lord, the stickers.
the weather would probably dry out your rice patty way too much, wouldn't it? You would have too much water consumption.
Oh, I'd have to have that thing constantly running water, otherwise
Oh yeah.
I'll be leaching water everywhere.
I mean, up here might be a temporary one, maybe, but I don't think it would really work because of the weather. But I mean, I remember I know down someone in the Mississippi area.
Yeah.
Grows rice.
There's several areas in Mississippi.
I watched Homestead Rescue, and they made a rice patty for this one family. So they're just like,
And if you have enough property for it.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have a whole lot of yield either.
No, you have to have a large amount of space.
Well, they had a really large property, but part of it was near swampland, and they decided to use that in their favor to bring water in from there to help, grow their rice.
Yeah, because rice basically has to drown in order to grow.
Oh, I didn't know that. Grace, that's new. Rice in Canada. I did not know that. Wait, no, sorry. Correct myself. Another episode of the same show, they mentioned somebody growing in rice in Alaska.
Y'all literally wouldn't believe this, even if you had seen it.
Hey, BBQ, how you doing?
You see that right there?
Oh, hi Simon.
What is it?
That is a hot pepper. That I was shaking it. It flipped out of my hand and landed in my pocket.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Like, I wish I would have gotten that on camera, but yeah, I was doing something and it flipped right into my pocket.
At least he didn't hit you in the eye.
Ugh,
That would have been bad.
my shriveled wiener pepper.
No, I mean, The stuff in hot peppers, is it on the? Can you touch the outside of the pepper? Do you still have that on you, or is it
No,
the
it's the inside of the pepper that'll get you.
the capsaicin's not on the outside either?
Yeah, the capsaicin's that membrane on the inside of the pepper.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you could still
Yeah.
by touching an external version of a pepper that would be
You're
transmit
fine.
it.
You're fine.
Okay,
You can
pocket pepper, good one for Dano.
Yeah, you can actually roast it and you can peel it off, and it'll be a little warm, but not until you get to that membrane on the inside of the pepper itself.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's really
can't
weird when
really
you get
handle
a pointed one that looks like a.
I would die if I had to eat that.
Yeah, normally they look like this, where they have the little, it looks appropriate. But this one apparently is a representation of our four-legged friends. That one was a weird one. I don't know why. I don't normally get them with a point. They usually have that weird, funny, rounded end.
Dano says it looks like a fiery little devil.
Those ones got some heat to it.
It's packing heat, huh?
Speaking of packing.
How many seeds can you get for something like that? For
A
a single
lot.
pepper?
A lot. No, like
I mean-
peppers I grow, you're lucky to get
I like
maybe
sweet
7.
peppers. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, the peppers I grow, you'll be lucky to get 7 out of them. If you're
Well,
lucky.
I do like some peppers. I mean, I like bell peppers, obviously, and I like sweet peppers.
Yes,
That's-
the placenta.
that's about it.
inside. That's the
Oh,
pepper that I had in that video. That's my jalapeno. That sucker started turning, so I pulled it off today. That thing is firm.
Ooh,
Firm. I can smell the heat off of this thing.
really?
Oh yeah.
Would it make your eyes water?
If I ate this, probably is.
No, I mean, by holding it up to your face, would it make your eyes water?
No.
Get
I
that
would have
pepper out of
to-
your eye.
If I were to make any abrasions on the skin and open the pores on this and then rub it, yeah, my eyes are going to start watering. I'm going to be smacking myself because I'm stupid.
No.
Now you need to do the pepper tongue twister.
I want the seeds from this one, though, is what
I
I
bet.
Yeah,
Peter
if you
Piper's
get the top off of
pepper
it and stuck his finger in there, then touch his eye, then he would die.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what's the Scoville on that one?
Jalapeno?
8 to 10,000.
Yeah, roughly.
That's nothing to you.
25, if depending. You can get them up to about 30, but depends on how you grow them and how much stress you give your plants. I stressed the heck out of these plants, hence the striations or stress marks on here.
Okay, what's that mean by stress?
It's,
Waiting till your plant does this before you water it.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
That makes it a little bit hotter.
I may not eat peppers, folks, but I do like at least knowing how to grow them because I know other people who do.
See, now the ones that are also good are those hot cherry peppers too.
What's a cherry pepper?
It looks like a cherry.
I'd never heard of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I grow 'em.
Okay.
I've got
They're about an inch and a half across, maybe 2 inches on the big ones. Small ones, 1.25 inches. And
Okay.
those things can pack a wallop too.
Okay, stupid question. Please forgive me if it's not the same thing. Peppercorns, are those in the same category or no?
No, pepper's pepper.
So they're all the same.
Black pepper that you grind up for your meals.
peppercorn is black pepper.
Yeah, it's black pepper.
Okay.
But it looks like a little
Can you
kernel.
grow peppercorn?
But it looks like a little kernel of corn.
But you can grow it though, right?
Yeah, it's a vine.
Okay, I was thinking about because I mean one thing I can't live without is pepper. I like my pepper, but that's it. I mean, so I wasn't sure if I could grow that or not. I've never heard of anybody doing it, so you guys would be the people to ask.
No, I was thinking about if I was going to do some those sweet hot cherry peppers, I'm going to grow them next to the little tapings.
Oh my god. They ain't gonna be that. Them gonna be suckers are gonna be hot.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to do a chili with those, or what's the plan of growing them?
Whenever I get a chance. No, I
Are
want
you
to
making like a salsa or something
No, I want to pickle them.
and do it? What are you going to make with it though?
Some onions and some maybe some other stuff. Maybe some carrots.
No, what are you going to make with out of those?
You pull it out of the jar and you eat it like a pickle.
So Peter Piper picked the pickled peppers. So
Mhm.
okay. Well, in this case, Jason pick pickled peppers or
Mhm.
whatever.
So I love them when they're pickled, man. Oh, they're so good.
The only thing I know about pickled peppers is the nursery rhyme, the tongue twister. That's all.
Yeah, like I said, you can get the cross pollination. Yeah, those little cherry peppers would be hot. The thing is, you gotta get them. They gotta bloom at the same time.
Their peppers, they'll start going around this. They mostly go around the same time. Most of them have about 75 days, 75 to 85 days.
Yeah, and my pepper plants are starting to push leaves now, which is good. The little cold snap that I got kind of stunted them a little bit.
Didn't you have them all in the greenhouse? Well,
Yeah.
the greenhouse blew over.
So the greenhouse got destroyed, and unfortunately it dropped to like 35, 34 a couple
Ooh.
nights after. I said if I lose them, I lose them. But
So how many
they
plants are in
survived.
your greenhouse now?
Say again, Colin.
How many plants do you have in your greenhouse now? I saw the picture, but I didn't get a gauge on
That's an
how
old
big.
picture. That's an old picture.
Well, I don't know how many you have now. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I don't have a greenhouse right now.
How many did you have before the greenhouse went down?
Oh, I had my peppers in there. I had my my tomatoes are in there, and yes, I'm growing tomatoes right now.
I just planted some yesterday, so
Yeah.
I may or may not get a yield. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've got beans already popping up out of the ground. I only planted them a week ago.
I got to find out how tall this particular length is. That's how tall that
About 6,
potato is.
about 8 inches.
And it's got leaves popping all over it. We added more soil to it and stuff, so hopefully we'll get something out of it. I don't know, but I may have to transfer the whole pot to a bigger pot, hopefully. I don't know.
You can transplant. Once they're in there, they're in there.
No, I was going to basically put it in a bigger pot, break it from the outside, just let it crack open and let it do its own thing.
Yeah, you can't disturb those roots once those potatoes are going.
I mean, I don't care if I get one, but at least I would get one. I mean, that's something.
Yeah,
I've grown potatoes before, but I just never got anything out of them before.
24, 25 potatoes. And they're about a day or two away from completely breaching the surface.
Ooh.
And you're going to cover them up again, like you said before, or are you going to do that? Are you going to leave them as is?
Well, I have mine are in the ground, but again, the depth is only like 8 inches for the first planter. But I have a layer of mulch on top of them.
Right. I saw you do that. I saw the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't know what I'm going to do once they pop up. I'm going to have to find some way to keep them supported so the vines are all upright and not trying to flop over.
Right.
I'll
You're
see
going to use
what I
like
get out
a
of
string
it.
setup or something?
I might get 10 potatoes. I might get 6. I don't know. I really don't care. I'm just going to see what happens.
Are you going to use like a tomato cage setup or a string setup or something like that, or what, like you do for beans?
Not sure, to be honest. I got to figure something out, but I'm weeks away from that.
I'm just kind of curious how you're going to get all the potatoes out of the ground once you do it. Are you just going to dig the whole thing up, or are you going to?
No, you just grab the potato by the plant and you just pull them out.
Yep.
Oh, I wasn't sure how that would work. I mean, the only potatoes I've seen so far being pulled from the ground is the ones from Mallory, and she had those freaking huge monsters. And monster.
Go and watch Simplified Gardening. He's got a bunch of like a massive selection of like potato harvest videos, and he grows them in again those planter buckets. And
Yeah.
he got like 350 pounds of potatoes out of like 20
Wow.
of those damn things.
That's a lot. That's a big yield.
Well, like
Yeah.
I said, Ian's the one that wants to grow up with the potatoes because he found out when we were at Tyson's yesterday, they're going for like 52 cents a pound for a seed potatoes. So
Don't get the seed potatoes, man. In my opinion, it's a waste of money.
Yeah,
well,
they
I
do.
mean, we just use the store-bought ones with the eyes
Yep.
on it. Those are the ones that I like using because that's the cheap method. We get them anyway for $5 5 pounds for really cheap.
Yeah, you can, for like $3, you can get like 5 pounds of potatoes.
And just wait a bit and have some have eyes and stuff like that.
Set an onion right on top of the bag.
Right now, I'm not touching our potato bag because Jenny would kill me because she's still cooking with them.
Well, I'm saying I understand that, but if you wanted to plant potatoes, just buy a random bag of potatoes. Doesn't you can buy the mini potatoes, the russets, the yellows, the golds, whatever. Put it in a dark corner and put an onion on top of the bag.
It makes them sprout faster.
Okay, stupid question. You guys remember the tater onion bins that they used to make?
Yeah.
What's the whole? I mean, isn't it what kind of contradictory to keep your potatoes near the onions if the onions cause the potatoes to sprout?
Yes, but most people don't normally store their onions and potatoes right directly next to each other. They'll store
Well,
them
they're in
within
a bin, so like
vicinity.
one on top of each other. So I don't know.
Could have been the storage methods, because remember, a lot of people back in the 1400s
We'll put it in like a bag.
had cellars, so they all had root cellars. So I mean, you're 40 degrees down there all day long, no matter what.
Yeah, my uncle had a root cellar. My grandma had one. But then again, she canned all her stuff. But my grandma on the ones my mom's side. I don't know about my grandma's side on my dad's side because they lived in town. They didn't live in a big property like my other grandma did. So I don't know. But they dealt more with wild game on my dad's side than my grandma's side, other grandma's side.
Listen, I've had no issues of potatoes growing.
The last 2 potatoes I planted and grown are store-bought potatoes.
That's what
And I've never had any issues with that. I mean, the last one grew pretty big. Cliff might remember. It grew pretty big. It just didn't produce anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, so you got, again, Grace, right there is where you have it, is you're keeping them 2 feet away. They're not directly next to each other.
Yeah, they're not going to be in the same burlap bag or paper bag.
Okay, because we don't have any onions because we don't usually use onions except for flakes.
Oh man, we go through so many onions here.
Yeah, but you like some more variety than we do. You're more of a foodie than I am.
Man, onions flavor.
Nothing wrong with that.
Too
but
much
I just-
onion flavor.
plain and simple kind of thing. But like I said, my grandma Kincaid, she used to go all out on the food. She's the one that always, just knows that you came back from, you just got done eating at a restaurant. Said, "Hey, you hungry? I got pie." And made sure you had food. Made sure you ate something before you left.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and get these in the ground tomorrow.
I got to do the
style?
same thing.
They're already starting to grow, so I need to get
Those are the red one or the white ones?
No,
all
that's the
three.
rainbow.
all 3.
All 3. Okay,
All
a
three.
mixture.
Mm-hmm. So I need to get those out in the bin tomorrow, and I got 6 trees I need to plant tomorrow.
Oof, you're going to be busy.
Yeah,
Busy bee.
yeah, I'll probably be out there until about 7:45.
Are you going to have your supervisor with you?
Unknown.
For moral support at the very least.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting these trees in the ground. I'm actually looking forward to the bananas because, I've never had fresh bananas off a tree. So this is actually an experiment for me.
I actually have. My uncle lived part of the year in Florida with this carnival group that he owned. And he brought me a bunch of bananas off a banana tree. They were only like that big, though. They were like really tiny little things.
Yeah, and for those folks who came in late, one of my banana trees is already sending out pups already. So
I didn't hear that one. I was in the other room making coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they pick them when they're way green.
Oh, these were green, and he said,
Oh, yeah.
let them sit and let them ripen. And that's what I
Yeah.
did, but they only were that long when they were done.
Yeah. They're not those big old giant long ones you get from the grocery store. And they've always tasted bland.
I like the idea of Victory Gardens, Cliff. I
Yeah,
do.
well, the Grace, no, that's what I'm saying. I understand that. So yeah, the difference in whether or not your potatoes are going to sprout is literally going to be a matter of distance. If that bag was like next to it, or like you said, on top of it, yeah, they're going to start sprouting. But if you put distance between them, the enzymes from the onions aren't going to really affect the potatoes all that quickly.
Well, like I said, we don't have onions at the moment, but we have a tater bin, which it sits on top, and the onion bin is underneath it.
Yeah, if you can still get those brown paper bags from the grocery store, put your potatoes in there and put an onion in there, fold the top. 1 week later, you're ready to go.
Well, if we would have actually used the entire potato that we used for the one that's growing now, we would have had like a whole dozen worth of eyes planted. But I only had room for one eye, and I wasn't sure if it was going to do anything. But I'm just glad that it is where it is. It's got leaves popping now and everything. So added more soil, like I said the other day, added more water. Just keep an eye on it and just see what it does. I've been putting on that one grow light I have back there during the day, so it at least get some more light, which is good.
Yeah. Now, are you out of frost danger there for you?
Not until the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
It's the end of April here. I wish it was, but it is.
I got lucky. Mine was 10 days ago.
That's about mine.
You guys
Was
are further south than I am, so that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I think my last cold day was about 15 days ago.
Let me check.
Yeah, I think you had me by about a week,
Yeah.
something like that. Because technically mine was supposed to be the 15th, so like 12th through the 15th, so like Sunday through today, well, like Friday through today. But with the weather, and I was checking it, the 6th ended up being my last frost date. Everything after that was like in the 40s.
Let's see.
Ours is the 28th of April.
Yeah, on the 7th we had a low of 39.
So
that won't do too much.
around the first weekend in May, the second weekend in May is where we can start planting outside. I might move some of my stuff outside onto the deck.
Yeah,
Blake,
so here,
you still in here? Or did you pass out?
yeah, so I have. Go ahead.
What was that, Cliff?
I was asking Blake if he was still here or if he passed out. I wanted to know if he got my message from earlier.
Oh, I saw him come in. That's all I know.
Yeah, on the 6th I had of March. Was that March? Yeah, of March I had a 32-degree morning.
I'm still getting 32-degree mornings.
Race is second week of May, so plant about a week before that. Most likely you won't actually get a last frost date.
So that's good. So I'm pretty sure I'm not in danger anymore of the frost.
Drops, those are about the same temperatures I'm getting over here, about 40, 50 at night, and then like 90 in the daytime.
Yeah.
Me and Jason are already over here dying. It's still April, and it's almost 90 degrees every day. Like,
Yeah, we're in the 80s.
I've hit almost 90 like 4 times already.
Really? That's awesome. Well,
So
yeah,
we got one coming up. I mean, today's the 16th. Yeah,
well, I'm checking.
32 day we had was 22 degrees last Monday.
High
It was
today was
30.
87.
It was 34 yesterday. So
34? That's good.
yeah, but it's still cold.
Why tomorrow got to be extra windy? I got work to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. You got tomorrow.
Ooh, Saturday's going to drop down to 33. What?
Oh, wow. You got to put some of this stuff back in the greenhouse.
Just my citrus plants, citrus and my peppers.
Oh, right now it's 54 degrees, which is not bad. But
It's 80 degrees over here. I'm dying.
Friday, 37.
Refresh. I'm currently at 69.
Thursday is the 37.
Hey, Deb, how's it going?
Hi, Deb.
Hey, Deb.
Oh yeah, I believe it, Deb. I mean, we've been going through a cluster past 2 months.
Jeff,
Be well,
we're one vehicle problem after the next. All right,
yeah.
take care, Obstacle. See you on Saturday.
Yep, see you on Saturday, Obstacle.
Means he's got an early work day in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I believe tomorrow's my short day, so I'm
I'm keep half tempted to just bite into this thing. I don't want to.
Oh.
You want to really torque somebody off?
I want
mix it in with a thing of pickles because it looks
Well,
like
you still get the seeds out of it.
Not if I eat half of them.
Get a spoon,
Stuff.
cut it in half, pull the get the spoon out, spoon all
I
the.
gotta find something to put the seeds in. That's the problem. I don't have anything on hand right now.
Oh,
No, if you had like more of those, just like that, I would say mix a couple in with a regular jar of pickles and just see what people happens when they bite into it.
hey, go get your mom's best dish and put the seeds on there.
Right. I usually use paper towels or a paper plate. I just throw them on there and let them dry out.
I use paper towels to dry out my seeds for the tomato.
Yeah, I just leave them on the dining room table with the ceiling fan going.
Okay, I do have a question about my seeds on the tomatoes. I actually left some on the paper towel itself instead of trying to separate them and buried it with them when I planted them.
You're fine.
Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Just make sure I didn't screw up. I mean,
No.
I just didn't want to.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was okay because I mean, I just.
Oh, it's fiber. It's tree fiber. It'll break down.
Okay, so that's good. I put all the seeds in there in one, so I'm going to take the best one that survives the best, and it's going to be the one that's going to.
Well, if you think about it, all those little cups you can put your plants into that are brown, that are organic, it's just cardboard.
Oh, okay.
And it breaks down after a few weeks.
I dug out the end of that where the stem was, and I can smell the heat from that thing.
Ooh.
Don't rub your finger in there and put it around your eyes.
I'm gonna lick my pepper hole.
I could say something else, but
I was thinking the same thing. That'd be just a little bit, yeah.
let's do a Trapper J phrase. So
Do a pepper roll. That's why they're called stuffed peppers.
yep, you stuff them with cheese.
I've seen people use put tuna in the peppers.
I'm still debating. For like the 3 years that I've been growing jalapenos, I keep wanting to make my own jalapeno poppers.
Well, do it.
Yeah.
What's stopping you?
I'm still too lazy to do it. That's the
Well, I
problem.
can understand that.
Because I know I can get
myself are not much of a cook. The best thing I ever made was yesterday when I made mild sausage. I fried mild sausage with diced potatoes in a cast iron skillet in bacon grease.
Yeah, that's when you add your onions and your peppers and stuff.
No onions, no peppers.
Oh man, that's the flavor.
Not to us. We don't like those things.
You get to go to Flavor Town.
I don't do Flavor Town. The bacon, the spiciness of the mild sausage was enough.
I think Deb needs a hug. Apparently her garage door remote decided to unprogram itself.
Oh, geez, yeah.
And as usual, that, and then she got her haircut. So at least she got a haircut. So
Yeah.
good on you for that one, Deb.
Well, you're the only one of us who's actually seen her in person lately. I haven't seen her in years, so that was at an event years and years and years and years and years ago.
Yeah, it's been 2 years since I've seen her, so
Yeah.
I can smell this, and it's like a foot away.
Are you craving it now?
No, I can just smell the pepper. I'm just like, Which
Maybe you need
means
to
when
move-
I'm done with all my stuff this season, I'm going to have one heck of a batch of spicy pepper dust.
All right,
Yeah.
if you do make your jalapeno pepper poppers, whatever, do a video about it.
I'm gonna have to see if they're any good first, and then I consider doing a video.
Sometimes you just gotta just risk it and say, "The heck with it," and just do it.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Hey, if it doesn't turn out, don't put the video out.
Sour cream and the rest of the stuff.
Actually, if it's like way too hot and it fails, you might actually get a lot of viewers that way.
Nah, dude, you can't get a way too hot jalapeno popper.
Well, you never know.
Because that's my other goal, if I can ever get the freaking plants to grow, is Carolina Reaper poppers.
Oh, geez, no. Go ahead.
So yeah, those ones I'm gonna be. If I make those ones, I'd be sending those frozen to certain people to be like, "Hey, I made you some Carolina Reaper poppers. Enjoy."
Now,
I mean,
Deb, hold on. Deb, is the button on the top of the garage door opener or on the bottom? Because you might just be able to hit it, push that reset button with a broom, with a broomstick. The little reset button. That means it all depends on. Oh yeah, deviled eggs. Oh yeah, Carolina Reaper poppers.
Devil Dog would do the Carolina Reaper poppers. If I can freaking get some Carolina Reapers to grow, or even some freaking habaneros, some habanero poppers would be freaking fantastic.
Would Spicy be eating
It'd be small though.
Huh?
Would be a little small.
One at a time.
One at a time. They'd be small. Those Carolina peppers, or the ghost peppers, or the Scotch bonnets. Those would be kind of small poppers.
Now, I would say
The way you make the popper, you don't put the whole jalapeno in it or the whole pepper. You chop it into pieces, you mix it in with the batter, and then you basically you scoop out like the batter, and then roll it into your breadcrumbs.
You can do it that way too.
And
Like
then and then you dip it, and then you roll it again, so you have that layer, and then you just kind of stick them in the fridge so they get hard or cool off, or they solidify. And then you can freeze them that way, and then all you got to do is when you're ready, you just throw them in the batter or your deep fryer, and you're good to go. Ooh.
Yeah. Deb said I'd come over there and push the button for her on the garage door.
push the button.
It'd be funny if her son's name was Max. Push the button, Max.
Don't push the button.
Wrong lever. Just cause.
I guess you guys have to see the movie then, huh?
The Great Race, yeah.
The Great Race, the one with what's his name?
Rat Race.
No, Rat Race, not Rat Race. The Great Race.
The Great Race.
Here it goes.
Now the names will come to me later on. But yeah, so.
I was about to say something else, but then I was like, oh wait, that's Grace's.
Yeah, so yeah, I've never, I've gotten the, when we used to eat at churches a lot before we don't have one anymore in our area. Those are the only things I would eat from there, were those little bombers that they had, little jalapeno bombers.
Let's see who wants to see me do something stupid.
Sure, why not? I did it.
Me?
Let me get some. Oh, what? I was about to go get my Clorox wipes, but I got a bottle right here. Hold on. What?
Thank you, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon.
Yep, Tony Curtis. I love that movie. Very funny, especially when that one scene when he breaks his mustache off in the Arctic.
And the wood that doesn't float.
That's where people always want to bug me when I'm doing live streams. Ask me dumb questions because they don't want to buy shit themselves. Right.
So, are you going to eat a pepper?
God, you are still good. Ooh, I almost dumped everything over. All right, let's use this one. Use my
Ooh, a jalapeno cheddar grilled cheese sandwich.
Ooh, that would actually be good. All right, so this again, that's a little jalapeno, and I do mean little. There's that version versus, I mean,
Yeah.
that's like a third the size, and like
Is the rind solid though?
I'm about to find out. Oop. Ooh. Now it just smells like bell pepper.
Oh,
But you can see just off that for the seeds,
yeah, probably get about 50 of them in there.
probably, if not more. Let's see. Let's go ahead and cut the end off. Ugh. Oh yeah, that thing is gonna have that's a ton of seeds in there.
Just some crunchies.
This is a good amount of seeds, to be honest.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be nummy there, Cliff?
Say what?
Is it going to be nummy? Nummy? Or is it going to be,
Oh,
like any water?
You know,
good
just
thing it got water. Oh no, the seeds weren't all that developed.
yeah. Hey, it's enough to put a little bit of olive oil on there or a little bit of butter and bake them.
But yeah, I
You
got
get
about maybe 8 on that side. Yeah, this is not going to have enough of.
A kick?
Yeah, this one. No, it's just the fact that it's not going to be fully developed because this one actually fell off the plant.
So yeah, it wasn't viable and it just dropped it.
I mean, it's
Almost
still
like-
got the heat. So I'll do this just for you guys. So there's the piece.
It'll probably be at what, 4,000? Nope, a little bit more. Yeah, Deb, that's what I was saying. You take the small jalapeno peppers, you can roast the seeds and use them for seasoning on like a pizza or your spaghetti.
Or in your sauces that you make there.
I'm
Jason.
sad.
Disappointing.
Let me
That
guess,
was-
500?
Huh?
500? Like 500?
No,
Not even that, probably.
bell pepper.
Bell pepper. Oh,
Not pepper at all?
there's no
That
heat.
thing had no heat to it. Now, you know, surprisingly, I can't normally eat these things just the way I ate it. But I think because this one was so firm and crunchy, it was like eating a carrot with bell. I can't normally eat bell peppers just straight bell peppers. It makes it like the texture throws me off.
So, is it
No
tasty?
heat whatsoever.
Is it flavorful?
Yeah, it was actually really tasty.
So that's a good thing, though. That's a cooking one, that would be interesting. You could say someone said, "Oh, I've got jalapenos in there, but they're all the tasty versions, not the Scoville." Burn
I
your
can
tongue
go get
off.
another one and do the same thing, and we might have a different result.
You
Most
got it.
likely.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that one there would probably been perfect for like jelly.
This would have been
Probably.
good for like a stir fry.
I've seen jalapeno jelly here. I've never
yeah.
been tempted to try it though.
Oh, it's real sweet.
With a kick.
Not as much as you think there is. It's not going to be hot.
All of that was the level of seeds. I mean, they're tiny. I guarantee none of those would even germinate. And on the other one that I originally showed this side, it won't focus because of the color, but there's maybe like 8 seeds that would maybe germinate, but if they're not hot, I don't need them.
Jason, guys, I'm going to drop down.
Alrighty.
My knee needs to be put up. Thank you for having me up as much, and thank you definitely both for answering my questions.
Yep.
I know I asked a lot of stupid questions, but I don't know until I ask.
Yeah.
And thank you for those people who answered my questions in the chat. I really appreciate that as
Yeah,
well.
they also make books for that too,
I
Colin.
know, but firsthand knowledge is better than books because there's tips and tricks that are not written down.
Yeah, I'll believe it or
And
not,
you guys
there is.
Not for me. I try to translate them and understanding them are two different things. So thank you guys. I will see you tomorrow. So be well, be safe, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Night, everybody.
All right, good night. And also with books, you can put it back on the shelf and reference it later on. Oh, let's see. How's my charge? Okay, I'm at 100% on my phone now. Good.
Now, like I said, I can do this again. I can go outside and grab another one.
And you might get totally something different.
Yeah. But that's whether or not anybody wants to see that, or if I should wait till Saturday.
Yeah, like I said, all of my Anaheims I've pulled off has got a really nice, good, thick meat on them. All extremely mild.
Ooh, even after roasting?
All mild. I was like, but they taste great. I like to have just a little bit more heat.
All right, take care, Belt Loop. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, Loop. See you later.
Yeah, really disappointed in that. I was actually expecting. See, now that makes me think this one's going to be stupid hot.
Ooh, yeah. Because that one's got more stress on it?
I mean, look at you can see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you need to get a roaster. And it's starting to turn red, so that might have a little bit of sweetness in there, too.
Yeah, that's why I pulled it, because it was starting to change, and I was like, ooh, I was hoping that was going to get a little bigger, but no.
See, I love to pull them when they're red.
Oh, I've got tons of those.
Because they're nice and sweet.
No, not mine.
Really?
Swear to God, no. When they turn red, they guys feel like they get hotter.
Nah, but they got a little bit more of that sweetness in them.
So sweet heat.
I'm not talking sugar sweet, but a sweeter taste of the pepper.
Like I said, I can go grab one and we can find out right now.
Go ahead.
All right. This is going to be a fun one.
And well, he is going to go get that. We're going to talk about him when he's not there. Can't defend himself. So yeah, thank you for everybody for tuning in today. Thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, the more people I can get in here, sign up and everything else, subscribe, get my hours up, get shared out a little bit more often. Thank you very much, folks, for everybody out there. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it, even though sometimes I don't say it enough, but thank you. And let's see, you should be back here in just a few moments. Like I said, I can't wait till I can get figs. I should be able to get some figs maybe this year off of this, and next year I'll have a little bit more. All right, Mr. Devil Dog Eddie, have a good night.
Dog's leaving too?
Yeah, he is.
That'd be a negative, Grace. So there's a red one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at the color on it. That thing is beautiful.
Oh, that is. Yeah, I have to work tomorrow. I don't have to be there till like 6 a.m. Tomorrow's my short day. It's only 9:15. Don't let it squirt you in the eye.
Right.
A little bit thinner. Give it a smell.
Still smells hot. Seeds look weird though.
Yeah, but when you get the redness, sometimes you can smell the sweetness of it too.
Oh, yeah, these are fully mature. See, I need to pull the rest of them off.
Yeah, save those seeds on that red one.
I'll save the seeds on a lot of them. Just cut the end off because I don't need to eat the end of that.
But the nice thing is about the red ones, if you do like a tomatillo salsa, you put those red ones in there. Oh, it makes it so much more,
These are moldy.
what's the smell of it.
There's one seed.
Oh, that's a good one.
I got a couple of them on there. I'm just kind of picking them out like little by little.
Yeah, save those seeds.
Now these ones I won't need. The ones I'm really wanting to save are the ones off of this guy.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be the bruiser. That's going to be the one that's either going to make me or break me.
Yes, Grace. She says you need to wash your hands before you see a man about a bush.
Heck no, man. I'm going to go straight see a man about a bush, and I'm just going to do it ungloved. You know what they say, no glove, no love. couple of extra.
He wants to feel the burning sensation.
It burns like when I pee. Oh, wait, that's because I rubbed my hand on a pepper.
Which pepper?
Definitely the Peter pepper. Ooh, good. Actually getting some good seeds out of there.
Yeah, I see you doing surgery there.
Just to check the seeds. That's what I'm really going for.
Oh, by the way, I can stay up late on this upcoming Saturday.
Oh, nice.
'Cause I don't have to work on Sunday because we're closed.
So here it goes. You know what? Let me do a. I don't feel like doing the whole thing because it may or may not burn. So we'll do that half. So nobody can be like, oh, he's faking it and he's not eating it all. Let's get it with. I'll throw some of the seeds back on there too. So.
But you see the difference. There is a little bit of sweetness to it.
Still tastes like the other one. A little hotter though.
A little hotter or a little hotter?
Like.
Are you almost up to Anaheim hot?
No, I'm like slightly past bell pepper.
Oh,
And that was with the seeds. Sadness.
yeah. Which reminds me, I need to pull those last two red ones off of my chili tapine, and I need to get those in the ground so I can get some more.
That really wasn't no heat to that.
And like I said, I'm hoping all four of my plants perform this year.
Your tapines?
Oh, yes. Just so I can get a little dish of them, put them at work, and say, extremely hot peppers. Use
Your
caution.
own risk.
Yeah, eat it. Yeah, eat at own risk. Extremely hot. Now, some of them I'll probably end up drying in the oven, give them a little bit of a roast. Then I can grind them up and I can add them to my my rub.
Yeah, there really wasn't a lot of seeds in this one. Probably should have grabbed one of the bigger ones.
You still got time.
Sadness.
I like the ones when you get your water or your nose to run, then you know you got a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Help clear out those sinuses.
That's what one of these will do, but I don't feel like doing one of these tonight.
And just get a little slit in it and put it in your nose.
A little slit in that. The freaking amount of peppers that'll pop, the seeds that'll be in that, it'll be ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know if I want to even keep these seeds.
Bummer.
Disappointing, actually. I was expecting it a little bit to be. That was like. The first one was at like 5. The second one was at like 11.
No.
Just enough heat to tell you it might have been a hot pepper. But like I have no afterburn, nothing.
No.
Don't even have like runny nose or anything. Well, my sinuses are being weird, but that's as usual.
Yeah.
They were good all day long until I started eating, and then yeah.
Yeah. Remember 2 years ago when we had those little peppers at the meetup? Those little things were a little just spicy.
Yeah, I still got the bag of seeds. I got to just throw them in the ground and see what happens.
Yeah. Who knows? You know, you never know. You plant the seeds, you really don't know what you're going to get.
Like I said, I've got that bag still has about 30, 40 seeds in it, so I just got to find a spot to stuff them and see what happens. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get a whole bunch of them to sprout up, and then I can start transferring them into little pots.
Yeah. Did you ever finish up those peppers that you ground up?
Oh yeah. I ran out of that stuff a while ago.
Yeah, I know those ones made you cry when you ground those up and you stuck your nose in there.
Oh man, that stuff was like, I could feel myself burning.
And that was funny. Cleared out your sinuses real quick, didn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, then again, I've also snorted hot chili powder, so yeah,
Oh, yeah.
some of the things I've done.
Yeah, we used to take those little chili tapines and we'd dry them out at work, and then we'd grind it up in a grinder at work, with a coffee grinder, and then we'd just take a little pinch of that and put it in our popcorn when we made it. Oh, it was so good. You didn't have to put much in there, just a little tiny bit.
Oh yeah. Sprinkle it on there. Why is this popcorn spicy?
Yeah, we had like a salt shaker or a pepper shaker. And we would just put it in there and we just give it a couple of dashes, and that's all you needed.
God, I can only imagine how that would go on like nachos. Salt shaker, and just have some like good old nachos and just chuck some of that on there and be like, ooh.
Yeah, I know one of our potlucks we made crawfish, and we put that in there instead of the slap your mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hot.
It's hungry.
Oh.
Are you gonna eat that hot dog?
In a bit.
Okay.
In a bit, in a shit.
In a bit. Yeah, like I said, that's the only hot peppers I have. You know, I got a jalapeno growing, and then I have.
Get you some jalapeno seeds if I don't already have them in there for you.
I still got several seeds. Then I also have one Anaheim.
I had one growing. It got to about a foot and then just straight died.
Really. All the peppers I have are last year, except for my sweet peppers. My sweet peppers are on year 3 right now.
Yeah,
The
bush that I got all of these off of, this is a start of year 2 for it.
Mm. Yeah, a lot of people think, oh, you know, you got to replant every year. It says, no, if you can put that plant in a greenhouse.
Yeah, overwinter.
Overwinter them in the greenhouse, you'll get peppers throughout the winter time. I got peppers all winter long. And
I didn't start getting peppers until about a month ago, but that's only because when I transferred my plant into the pot, I trimmed it
yeah,
and then threw it in there. If I would have been able to maintain a temperature of like 70 degrees in that greenhouse throughout the day and the night, I probably could have gotten peppers in December.
Yeah, I got peppers in December, January, and February.
But yeah, I was not. They were starting to bloom in like those particular months, but they weren't doing anything other than, you know, slowly growing. The literally the plant that I got this thing off of, I didn't even know that thing had jalapenos on it till I was doing a video.
Yeah, we were watching that. It was like,
and I was like, what the heck? There's like 15 peppers on here. I couldn't see them. They were the same color of the leaves.
Yeah.
I had no idea they were there.
It's almost time to throw my shade cloth that I have left. It's almost time to put that on there and get them covered up from the late afternoon sun. I noticed the peppers are doing better when I have them shaded in the late afternoon sun.
I just water mine and they just go. They go like crazy.
Because even when I had them wet this last year, when I finally learned, do not overwater them. You know, they started doing better.
Mulch.
And like I said, for some reason, they would get the morning sun and then the late afternoon shade, like
Take-care drops.
Or later drops. Yeah, so I would get it like late afternoon shade, you know, right around that about 4 o'clock range. And then they were doing wonderful.
Yeah, I don't even have like a little like leftover tingling on there. That's at best those would have been good for like a stir fry.
Yeah, because that little cold snap did hammer my peppers a little bit, but they're coming back now.
Yeah, peppers do not like cold weather at all.
I mean, they survived that 32 degrees for the low. I'm all, ooh, that was close.
Yeah, I think it's only because it was if it was a young plant, it would have toasted. But because it's an established plant, like a mature plant,
Yeah,
that's probably what saved it.
and it was also protected from the breeze. I don't think the frost got on it, but there was actually frost on the windshield that morning.
Ooh. You got lucky then.
Yeah, like I said, the tippings are now starting to push the new leaves on it now. The little red jalapeno or jalapeno, it still doesn't matter if it's green or red. It depends when you pick it. That was starting to come back. But the sweet peppers, yeah, they've been green. That cold really didn't hammer them as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah, I just planted. I think it was last week. I planted.
Oh, and the
green
tomatoes survived it. The tomatoes survived it.
Shocked on that one. Tomatoes. I know tomatoes don't like cold at all.
Mm-hmm. I already got tomatoes. I got one tomato right now that's the size of a racquetball.
Jeez.
And then there's a couple more of them that are kind of hidden. I didn't get the chance to see them all, so I didn't look at the plant today. I was just hurry up and get everything watered. Try and get back inside the house before the live stream started.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once this one's over, I'm going to be going back outside to do a little bit more work before I call it quits for the day and
yeah,
ready for tomorrow.
It's 9:30. I've already been up for 2.25 hours, so I guess we should call it here now.
It's up to you. I'm
gonna call it here now, folks. So don't forget we got call in tomorrow night, and then don't forget on Saturday around about 7:30 my time is when it usually goes up on Central. So that'd be 8:30 Eastern and 6:30 your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
6:30 my time. Dad has 6 slips growing on my sweet potatoes. Nice.
Ooh. Yeah. So don't forget to get out there and garden, folks, because it's that time of year where you gotta be out there. If you don't get it in now, you won't get it in. You won't get it later on, especially if you're in the northern U.S. Southern U.S., yeah, we're a little bit more forgiving.
We've also got a longer growing period. I'm sorry, guys.
I know. I'm sorry too.
Our growing season is ridiculously long.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get the greenhouses going so I can grow year round. All right, folks. With that, we will see everybody on the next video. And make sure you guys get out there and slap that rat. All right.
Where'd that pepper go? I heard it fall off. Oh no, I'm muted.